Hello folks, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we discuss about the nested if-else conditions, and that is actually part third of the control flow. In this particular lecture, we also solve the two problems related to nested if-else condition and learn about the nested if-else condition. First problem is actually easy, but second problem is very tough and very interesting. It's give you the more scope related to competitive programming. If you don't know about the competitive programming, it's okay. But this lecture is very important for the if-else condition. Let's take a deep dive in the if-else condition. Before moving the lecture, I ask to everyone, please solve the assignment of the last lecture. If you don't know how to find out the assignment, then wait for a while. I tell you where you get the assignment. So today's episode number is 0, 10 or 10. In the episode 9, you get the assignment.md file where you can find the many tasks related to this. Each task has their own difficulty, like task 1 is very easy, but task 2 is very tough. Then task 3 is more tough. Task 4 is tougher than the last task. Then we have a total 5 tasks. So please solve this question and then watch this lecture. If you stuck in between the question, I ask to everyone, please go to the solutions and find out the correct solution for you, like episode 09. This is the correct solution for this. If you have an error or stuck in between the doubt after then see the solution, then you can ping me on Discord. If you don't know about how to get the link of Discord, just click on the channel bio link or description where you get the link of the Discord. So let's start today's lecture. I given a problem statement and try to solve using the if-else condition like that. Write a program to find out a number is a positive, even, positive order, not positive. What is the meaning of positive even? A number must be positive even if a number positive and also even. When say positive odd, it means number must be positive and number must be odd. Otherwise, in the all condition, if the number is not positive. When I try to solve this problem using an if-else condition, then how to solve? Let's find out. Before moving the next, let's take the example. 24 is the positive even. Why? 24 is the positive and also even, because how to find out a number is even? When divided by 2, it properly divides and gives the modulo 0, remainder 0, then we say number is a even. Minus 34 is a not positive. Why? Because first of all, that is not positive, not even, not positive, not odd. 37 is the positive but is odd. Then we say positive odd. Let's write the code using the if-else condition. So I already created the first.c file. So wait for a while. This is the first.c file. If you don't know about what is the basic boilerplate code, please watch the lecture number 1 and the 2 so you can get a confidence in how to write a basic boilerplate code. Hash include stdio. Why we include the stdio.h? So we can print the scanf. Sorry, we can use the scanf and the printf function. After that, we write the int main function and return 0. Very good. After that, what we can accept a number from a user side. Int num and scanf %d. Why is the %d? Because we know that num is actually integer. And what is the format specifier of integer in the C is the %d. After that, what we need to calculate? We need to calculate first num is a positive or not. Okay. If num is greater than 0, it means positive, and num also divided by the 2. It means num positive and the even. Then we say number is the positive and even. Then we can print a positive, even. Write the else if condition. What is the num is less than 0, not num greater than or equal to 0, not 0 it means positive, and num, when divide the modulo it gives the 1, because we all know that when we divide by number by 2 and gives the modulo or remainder 1, then we say okay, this number actually odd, otherwise we can say it's even. Then what we do, if this condition actually true, then we say okay, number is actually positive what, positive and odd. Otherwise all the condition we say the numbers are not positive, not positive. So let's copy and printf. Very good. So our whole code is very good. Return, correct the return statement and save the file. First check our directory where we are a file episode 0 episode 10. Let's little bit zoom cd to come out of one directory beside, and then we go inside the episode 010. Sorry, my bad. Hit the tab. Yes. gcc first dot c hyphen now for the output directory in the same by the name of the first. Then we execute our binary file. Number like 13, positive what? Correct. Like minus 90, not positive. Very good. And 24 is a positive one. Yeah, we easily write the code and also solve the question. But the most important, you learn about the one thing, or you can observe one thing. In line number 8, we check the condition num is greater than 0 and num also divided by 2. In the line number 10, we actually also check the number greater than 0 and num modulo divided by 2, or check for an odd number. We repeat the same thing. Num is greater than 0, num is greater than 0. Okay. And if you don't want to repeat, then we can also use the else if statement. How to process this statement? Okay, so let's move into Excel draw and understand about these things. So you already open your file for the Excel draw. So what we say, we actually start our algorithm. We start our algorithm. We take the input. Take the input. And after that, what we check? First we check num is greater than 0 or not. Okay. When we say num is greater than 0, then actually two conditions actually true. So two conditions can come into the picture. First one is actually true, otherwise we can say false. If num is greater than 0, it means number always and always positive. Then we check for the next condition. Num modulo 2 is equal to 0 or not. We check for the number is greater than or 0. First we check and then we check for the even. If this condition actually true, then we say positive even. Positive even. Please, I select all the things and little bit here. Very good. Let's understand carefully all the things. Start, take the input, then we check num is greater than or 0 or not. If this condition actually true, if number is greater than 0, then what we say number actually positive. Then check for the next condition. Num is actually divided by 2 or not, or check for the even number. If this is true, then we say positive one. If this condition actually false, then what we say? We say number is actually positive odd. Why we say? Because we all know that number is already positive. If this condition is even failed, then actually we say the positive odd. And what happened? If this condition actually not true, that we say the not positive. Because we all know that if this condition actually not true, then we say easily can say number is obviously is negative. So this is the very basic and the code. Let's write the whole code, or you can say pseudo code for this. Then how to write? First we check if num is greater than 0. Please wait. Yeah. So we actually write this condition. We write the actually this condition num is greater than or equal to 0. Then we check this condition. Then we check this condition num is even or not. Let's check. Sorry, what happened? Yeah. If num modular 2 equal to 0, then we say num is positive. Okay, so positive even. Otherwise we can say positive odd. If all the condition is failed, then actually we come inside this condition and we say not positive number. So else not positive, not positive number. So this is actually very basic boilerplate. We understand about the condition. This is a very basic example of this. Okay, so let's select all the things and extract an action of image png, copy, and let's paste the code here. Sorry, yeah. First solution, and that is actually part 1. And let's paste the whole solution of algorithm. So it's very easy. Let's write the code. I comment out all the codes for you so you can easily access this code. How to multi-line comment? It's very easy. Put the slash and the asterisk marks, and whether you want to end the commit, then simply do this. Comment, sorry, not commit. Let's write the code. First we check for the num is greater than or 0 or not. Then we check the num is odd or not. If odd, then we say printf positive 1. If it's an odd number, then what we say positive odd. Positive odd. Num modulo 2. Yeah. If all the conditions fail, then we can easily say this is the positive, not positive number. Not positive number. Let's save the file and again execute the file so we can make our new binary. First 23 positive odd. Oh, positive odd. Next, I think we can take 23 positive odd, which is actually correct, and 24 positive 1, and we take 0 90 not positive, which actually correct the code. So you can understand easily all the code using the else if condition. We write the whole code, literally whole code in the nested if else condition, if code already written in the if else condition. So that is a very basic example. You understand very well. Let's move the next question, which is actually very important for us because it belongs to user story. So what is a user story? User story actually problem statement, a long problem statement. We read the whole problem and find out the context of the problem. Then write a program in your favorite language. We write the C program because we obviously learn the C. And solve the all related input to find out what the output. Let's read the question carefully. Second question related to electricity bill calculator. Rita lives in a town where the electricity board charges based on a slab system. Okay. She wants to write a simple C program to calculate her electricity bill based on the number of units consumed in a whole month. Very good. The billing structure is as follow. For the next 100 units is the 1 rupees per unit. Okay. It means we consume the 90 units. Then what our bill? What our bill is, we can say use the 90 units. It means our bill is the 90 unit. For the next 100 units, we take the 2 unit or 2 rupees per unit. Okay, for example, we consume the 200 units. Then what is our bill? So 0 to 100 units bill is the 100 rupees, and next 100 to 200 is the 200 rupees bill. Then means total bill is the 300 rupees. For above the 200 units is the 3 rupees per unit. Rita wants to calculate or automates the process and find out the total number of units she used. And the should print the total bill amount on the terminal side actually. Write a C program to reduce the number of electricity units, okay, consumed and calculate the total bill using the nested if else condition. Carefully observe one thing. What the program actually say? Program has a very basic and minimal conditions. Check for these things and calculate the electricity bill. And user gives the electricity units from the keyboard. Okay, we understand the question very beautifully. And the last line is there. Try to calculate bill using the if else, and we use a nested if else condition here. What does the input say? Input say a single integer u come to the picture, which actually show the number of units consumed by the Rita. And number of units always and always greater than or equal to 1 and less than obviously 10,000. We need to print the output in a specific format, which is like total bill and rupees. Let's take the example. If we use the 90, then what is the bill comes? Because we less than 100, then we say 90 into 1 is the 90 unit. Correct. Input 2 is the 150 unit. If we use the 150 unit, it means we actually wants to say 100 plus 50. 100 is the 100. If you use the 100 units, then 100 rupees is the bill. But the next 50 is the 50 into 2, which is the 100. 100 plus 100 is the 200. Like this. Very good. Let's write the algorithm for this and understand about the how to actually our code actually run. I copy the one thing. What copy? I copy these things and come into the accelerator. I print these things because these things are useful. Then how to write an algorithm? It's very easy. First we start our algorithm and take the user input as a u. After that, what we do? We check for the condition. We check first this current unit is a less than 100 or not. Units less than equal to 100 or not. Okay. What happened if actually true? What happened actually? That's a true. It means our result is basically 100 into units. 100 into units. Very good. But what happened if units is a greater than 100, like 150, 200, 300, 400? Then what we do? Then we can do one thing more. We can check our unit less than or equal to not less than or equals to 200. It means unit belongs to 101 to 200, like 150, 170, 147, 197. Then what we do? Then we do one thing. We calculate our first 100 unit, 100 into 1. Then we calculate the remaining units, like if you use the 147 unit. Okay, if you use the 147, then what we do? We only calculate the 47. We already added the 100. Okay, then what we do? We simply do, and remaining is how to calculate units minus 100. This is the remaining unit. This is the units minus 100, like for example 147. Then we calculate for 100 and remaining is the 47. How to write the 47? 147 minus 100 into what is the bill for the 2? Very good. 100 to how many units you used? Like 3 units you used. Then 3 into 1 units into 1. Yes, that is correct. But what happened? If units is not less than equals to 100, if you are like 300, then charge 3 rupees per unit. Very good. Let's print these things. If this condition actually falls, then we say your bill is the first 100 into 1 plus next 100 into 2, 100 into 2 plus remaining units minus 200. Because until the 200s we calculate all the things for the 100 into 1s and 100 into 2s. That is actually 200 units already covered. Remaining units which is lesser than the 200, like 247, then we calculate 100, 147. First 100 is 100 into 1, second 100 is 100 into 2, and second 47 units actually for 47 into 3. So we can multiply, yes. So that is actually very basic algorithm for. Let's can one thing. Let's export an image PNG to clipboard. Press the Control E. And here we paste the things. Yeah. So also two solution paste. Where is the first solution? Wait for a while. I think we make mistake. Yeah. Yes. Let's paste. Yeah. All things are going good. We make the little bit mistake, but all the things are going good. So what's our algorithm say? Algorithm say very easy. Algorithm say for the first units 1 rupees per unit. For the next 100 units 2 rupees per unit, and next 3 units is the per unit 3 rupees. First, this is our actually condition. So how do we can write the our basic boilerplate code? Okay, yeah, we can write this. We write the if u is less than or units less than equals to 100, then what we do? We simply do 1 into units, then printf 1 into 100 simply. But what happens if our condition is not true? Let's give the C and remove the whole codes and paste here. Yes. If this condition actually not true, then we come into the else picture. And what we do else, we check the next. Your units are less than 100 or not, 200 or not. If units less than equals to 200, then we say, okay, your units is less than 200. It means your bill is the 100 into 1 plus total number of units minus 100 into 2 rupees. Very good. If this condition actually fails, then what we do next? We simply perform this type of calculation. And what we say this type of calculation? 100 into 1 plus 100 into 2 plus units minus 200 into 3. So that is actually our basic boilerplate code. Let's copy and come into the VS Code. Let's create a new file, second.c, and write the basic boilerplate code. Use stdio. At this time, I think you know that about these things, how to write the basic boilerplate code. Int main return 0. Very good. First, we take the units from the user side. Scan a %d, and units come into the picture. And you must use the ampersand. Ampersand actually represent the address of a memory of a variable in the RAM. Then what we do next? Simply paste our code. Let's indentation. Let's good of this code. Yep. So first we do check the if condition, if unit is less than 100 or not. If yes, then we simply do the use the printf statement. So here we can write the %d and this, but we can calculate these things 1 into 100 like this. Okay, how to calculate? We make a bill variable. Okay, int bill and bill actually 1 into 100 and print our bill. Then what we do next? We again calculate the bill or store the bill into this. We make a little bit of mistake, but it's okay. After then what we do? We generally printf %d and bill. We do the same thing for this, for the else block. So print this and we perform this calculation for the bill and control V. Very good, all things are going good. Let's clear the terminal and write the gcc second.c -o for the output directory and second, and we execute the binary at the same step, but you can execute in the next step. It completely depends upon the you. We 120 units use, then 140 bills use, which is actually correct. Let's take an obsidian example. This is the 270 510 bill come. Why? It means with mistake, because if take the example 270, then what actually do we wait, we said 270, then what is your bill? First 100 units plus first next 100 units, okay, and next 70 units. For the next first 100 units, 100 into 1. For next 100 units, we take the 2, because 100 into 2. Yes. Next, we can say for the 101s to 270, and first we calculate the for 100, then 170 is the remaining. Then actually next 100, actually we multiply by the 2, and remaining 70, we multiply by the 3. Then what's the result come? Is the 300, 110 plus 70 into 3. Okay, 70 into 3 is the 210, I think. Then actually will come 510, which actually corrected. Yeah, it means we write the wrong output, I think here. 510. So let's correct this. Our correct output is 510, which is the correct. So that is actually very basic example, you understand easily. This is not worry about the how to write this type of code. It's very basic. Let's talking about the assignment of this file. So first we check the OBS is working. Yeah, all things are going good. And come into the assignment.empty file. Let's click the source and close all the important unnecessary files. So what is the first take about the nodes? Take all inputs from the user side or terminal. Task 1 is the find out, is the sham question. Okay, so you can do. Second question is the necessary and it's related to like first. If your age is less than 18, then yes, then the print the school student. Else otherwise minor. Otherwise all the conditions well, then you print the adult. Third and the fourth question we already discussed in the last to last assignment, I think, and it's very easy. Simply write using the if else condition. But at this time we want to write the same code, but use the if nested if else block or conditions. Try to build a gradle system of using the nested if else. It completely depends upon you how to build your gradle system and how to define the percentage and the grade. Fourth question is also same. Try to find out. I think yes. Try to find out a triangle is valid or not using the nested if else condition. So we already discussed about in the last assignment, I think. We discussed about the triangle is valid or not using the if else block or condition. But at this time we use the nested if else condition. You can ask me a question. Why are you Jasraj? You just solve the same question. And I say concept is necessary. Question doesn't mean for us. We understand about the programming concept. And these concepts are basic building blocks of your programming journey. If you put a great time inside for you, then you can use this type of concept in our next journey. Like you learn the web development, then you can use this type of concept. So for this lecture, we end this lecture. But before the end, I want to say something to you. If you like this content, please hit the like button, and if you hit the subscribe button, it's give me the more motivation to create more video like this. In the next video, we discuss about the loop and the repeatable instruction in the C. Then we discuss about the solve the 4 to 5 problems related to loop. After then we switch on, discuss about the switch control instruction. After that we close the whole control flow and next move for the function like these things. Let's end this lecture. Till happy coding.